Guys, how are you? Today I will be dealing about section 6, section 7 and section 8. Section 6, section 7, section 8 of the Limitation Act are exception to section 3 which we have already discussed in the previous videos. So we are just dealing with the with a kind of exceptions for section 3 of the Limitation Act. Section 6 says about the legal disability. Who is considered to be legally disable? Can you imagine? As per section 6 of the Limitation Act, it has been stated that there are three conditions wherein the person will be considered or will be qualified as legally disable. First, if that person is a minor. Second, if that person is idiot. And third, if that person is insane. So, minor, insane, and idiot. These three conditions should be satisfied for making any person declared or making any person as a legally disabled. Okay, wherein section 6 says also about the limitation period with regard to the person having legal disability. What happens in that case? Here also I will be dealing that there are three proposition or three conditions where legal disability will be taken into consideration for computation of the limitation period. First, when the person is legally disabled, in that case, when the limitation period will be started, right? In that case, it has been stated that if any person is suffering from legal disability, in that case, limitation period will start from the cessation of legal disability of that person. It means that once he ceases to exist or legal disability cease to exist, then limitation period will start. Okay, even though if more than one legal disability is there, suppose minor legal disability is also there, insane legal disability is also there, idiocy legal disability is also there. In that case, also it has been stated, and you have to understand that all legal disability once finished, then only limitation period will start. Okay, first situation. Second situation, suppose a person is suffering from legal disability. Okay, and in between, before legal disability ceases to exist, he dies. Means during the legal disability period itself, he died. Then what will happen? Then limitation period will start after the death of the that legally disabled person, and his legal representative will proceed ahead in that direction. So limitation period will start after the death of the person who was legally disabled. Correct? So legally disability variant. Now the third point is that suppose legal disability is there for a particular person, he cannot file a suit, and that limitation period will not be started against him. Okay. However, he died immediately or in between before the ending of the legal disability, he died, and it was also observed that the legal representative of that deceased person is also legally disabled. Then what will happen? Section 6 says that in that case also, limitation of period will start or will commence after the person, legal representative of that deceased person get rid of that legal disability. Okay, once legal disability of the legal representative cease to exist, then limitation period will start. Okay, those this is section 6. Now section 7, what section 7 says? Section 7 says or talks about the legal disability when joint legal disability is there. Suppose there are certain situations where more than one person are there, and if all are legally disabled, then limitation period will start from as per the provision of section 6. But suppose more than one persons are there, and one person is not legally disabled, he is competent, he is okay, not legally disabled. In that case, what will happen? In that case, two situations will come out into picture. First, if the competent person or the person who is not legally disabled, he has such an authority, or he has power to discharge this responsibility or duty or honors or discharge this work without the concurrence of the other legally disabled partners or parties, then he can proceed, and the limitation period will start from the immediately. Okay. But in case concurrence of the other parties, other partners is very much required, and the competent person who is not legally disabled cannot proceed until and unless the concurrence of the other person is there, then in that case, until the legal disability of the other person cease to exist, limitation period will not start. Okay, so section 7 and section 6 and section 7 is this. Okay, section 8 talks about the exception. Section 8 talks about the exception that in case of right to preemption, section 6 and section 7 will not start or will not work. Means it is section 8 says that in case of right to preemption, section 6 and section 7 will not apply. And it also talks about section 8 also talks about that limitation period will not extend. Okay, limitation period will not extend if disability cease to exist, even though section 6 and section 7 was applicable. It means that section 6 and section 7 does not talk about the extension of the period. Okay, it does not. But and that's why section 8 is talking about the exceptions. Okay, now section 9 is with regard to the continuity of the limitation period. As per section 9, it has been stated therein that once limitation period has started, then subsequent or later on becoming of legal disability does not affect the limitation period or does not cause any kind of hamper to the limitation period. It means that once limitation period has started, then subsequent legal disability will not stop the counting or countdown of the limitation period. ओके सो गाइस, ये सेक्शन आपने देखा सेक्शन 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 जो कि आपके लिमिटेशन एक्ट 1963 के पार्ट 2 में है. सो स्टे ट्यून्ड टू दिस चैनल एंड डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल. थैंक यू.